Imagine a future Earth where every journey is instantaneous, clean, perfectly efficient, all thanks to this global network called TMAT.
Right.
No more traffic, no fuel worries, just zip, you're there. Sounds like the dream, doesn't it?
It really does. The ultimate convenience.
But what happens when that system, the one everyone thinks is infallible, starts to glitch?
Yeah.
And then, well, completely unravels, putting the whole planet's survival on the line.
Hmm.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a pretty thrilling journey into a world where that exact utopian vision faces an existential threat.
And our source for this is fascinating.
It is. It's the novelization of a classic BBC television series, Doctor Who: The Seeds of Death, written by Terrence Dicks based on Brian Hale's original script.
It's a great one.
So our mission today, unpack this future 21st century Earth. It's utterly reliant on this matter transportation network, TMAT. And we'll see how its unexpected failure opens the door for a really cunning alien invasion.
And their goal is terrifying.
Absolutely, to terraform Earth into a new, frigid home for their own dying species. But, you know, this isn't just spaceships and monsters.
No, not at all.
It's really a deep look at the vulnerabilities that pop up when a society puts all its eggs in one technological basket. You might be surprised what we can pull from this adventure about our own world.
Exactly. This story gives us a really rich exploration of how even our most advanced systems can create these critical dependencies. And, well, the unforeseen consequences when they fail.
Yeah.
What's really striking is the role that different perspectives and even seemingly obsolete solutions play in a crisis, especially against an enemy with such a devastating long-term plan.
Okay, let's dive right into this future Earth then. Picture it. Traditional transport cars, trains, even rockets, they're just outdated toys.
Relics.
Everyone and everything travels by TMAT for sure.
So convenient.
It's an incredible system, really. The promise is virtually instantaneous transmission of matter, animate or inanimate, from city to city, country to country.
Men, machinery, livestock.
Goods, supplies, everything. And the benefits, well, they were huge. The air became clean, the fuel crisis was over, travel accidents were a thing of the past.
That's perfect.
And this whole planet-wide network is mostly automated. Ubiquitous, error-free computers, apparently, with the key decisions, the sort of traffic policeman stuff, centered on the TMAT base up on the moon.
And that's the crux of it, isn't it? The absolute, almost, well, zealous reliance on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so ingrained, so trusted, that human input for like 99% of tasks is considered unnecessary.
Right.
Which immediately brings up the question. What happens when this pervasive, trusted, supposedly infallible system actually fails?
And it does.
It does. The first signs are just simple delay messages, like a non-arrival shipment of synthetic protein, New York, Moscow.
Where did it end up?
It landed up in Canberra, which is, more than just a simple mix-up. It's the first hint something is seriously wrong.
Okay, so as these little problems start cropping up, we meet the key people trying to deal with it. On Earth, there's Gia Kelly, senior supervisor.
Ah, yes, Kelly.
Described as icily beautiful and fanatically dedicated to TMAT. For her, TMAT actually ran the world. That belief is core to her character.
Total faith in the system.
Then you've got Harry Osgood, an old-timer, a practical nuts-and-bolts engineer. Much more grounded. For him, it was just another job.
A pragmatist.
Exactly. So Kelly sends him up to Moon Control, hoping he can figure out these technical glitches. And overseeing them is Commander Radner, Kelly's boss. He's more of a bureaucrat, a politician, a public relations man.
More worried about appearances than the actual problem.
Pretty much.
And that contrast between Kelly's almost blind faith and Osgood's practical skepticism, that's really important. So Osgood gets to the moon base and he confronts Fusham.
Fusham.
Yeah, this thin, beaky-nosed young man who seems prone to panic under pressure. And yeah, it looks like he might be causing some of these errors.
Okay, so maybe it is just human error.
Well, that's what you might think. But then things take a much darker turn. Suddenly, this shrilling of an alarm cuts through everything.
What is it?
The outer door airlocks are open. This isn't a system glitch. It's not Fusham panicking. It's a physical breach. Something's come in from outside.
Oh, wow.
It just shows, doesn't it? Even the most advanced systems, they're only as secure as their weakest point. And sometimes the threat isn't digital, it's, well, physical and walking.
Right. So the perfect system is breaking down, and now something truly terrifying is physically on the moon base. This isn't just about a transport network anymore.
No, this is an intrusion. Hostile.
And this is where things really take off.
Yeah.
The invasion starts brutally. A technician, Phipps, stumbles into moon control, eyes just wide and staring with horror.
He's seen something awful.
Then this giant alien shape filling the doorway appears, and it has this weapon. A strange, high-pitched note that, well, it makes a man's body get blurred and twisted and somehow imploded.
It's just horrific. A chilling introduction to the enemy. And Osgood, remember the practical engineer?
Yeah.
They ask him to cooperate, but
Well.
he bravely tries to sabotage their access to Two-Man. Pretends there's a fault.
Good for him. Does it work?
No. They see right through it. The alien raises its hand, and Osgood's body just twisted, distorted, and fell to the ground.
Oh, man.
And these are the Ice Warriors from Mars. Giant green invaders, their bodies armored, evolved for the incredible cold of a dying planet.
Okay.
Scaly, green hide, helmet-like heads, big insect eyes. They speak with this harsh and sibilant, a sort of throaty, hissing whisper. Their leader's name is Slayer.
And why are they here? What's their goal?
Well, their home, Mars, is a desolate and dying planet. So they see Earth as, ripe for conquest. But here's the really clever, insidious part.
What's that?
It's not a straightforward military invasion. It's something far more subtle and terrifying. It's about changing the environment itself.
Changing Earth. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the TMAT collapse is causing global panic. Radner's getting messages like, severe food shortages now imminent in all major European cities. Governments are freaking out.
The whole infrastructure is grinding to a halt.
Exactly. So with no way to reach the moon, no way to figure out what's going on, Radner reluctantly thinks about, well, an obsolete solution.
Don't tell me.
A rocket. He knows there's only one man alone who could help us now. Professor Eldred. But first, we meet our rather unexpected saviors. Cut to this smallish man with a mop of untidy black hair, wise and gentle and funny, fighting with the controls of a weird blue box.
The TARDIS, the Doctor.
The Doctor, yes. With him are Jamie, this brawny young man, a Scottish Highlander.
And Zoe.
And Zoe, a very small, very neat, very precise young woman, a computer expert with total recall. They track down Professor Eldred.
The old rocket scientist.
Yeah, and he's bitter. T-Mat basically killed his career, ended space travel as he knew it. He keeps this museum of old rockets, and he's even been secretly prepping one for an unauthorized journey into space.
A bit of foreshadowing there.
Right. So Eldred's reluctant. The rocket isn't really ready. But the Doctor sees the stakes. He volunteers himself, Jamie, and Zoe to crew it. Jamie, naturally, wouldn't miss it.
And this is such a critical moment, isn't it?
How so?
Well, the peak of human tech, TMAT, has failed utterly.
Right.
Earth is helpless. And the only solution is this technology that was basically thrown away, considered primitive.
The old rocket.
Yeah. It really shows the danger of just abandoning alternatives when one dominant technology takes over. Eldred's obsolete rockets, suddenly they're the lifeline. Proves that, having diverse options, even unpopular ones, is vital when the unexpected hits.
So humanity's perfect system is down, aliens are on the moon, and the last hope rests on an old professor's forgotten rocket, piloted by a mysterious alien and his friends.
It's the classic underdog setup. Talk about pushing ingenuity to its limits.
Okay, so the rocket journey itself. It's not smooth sailing.
Far from it.
Not enough fuel. They're banking on finding a fuel dump on the moon. The radio homing beacon might be faulty. And Jamie. He has this terrifying experience with G-Force. He was not built for space travel.
No, Jamie.
And then they lose communication with Earth. Right after liftoff, they're completely on their own.
Meanwhile, back on the Moonbase. Remember Phipps? The technician who escaped the first attack?
Yeah, he's hiding.
Hiding in the solar energy storeroom.
Yeah.
And he does something incredibly resourceful.
What's that?
He rigs up a booby trap with the solar energy power line. Uses the solar reflectors to basically vaporize an ice warrior that finds him.
Whoa! So they can be hurt.
Exactly. It's not just a clever trap. It reveals their big weakness. They're built for cold, but heat.
Yeah.
Heat they can't stand.
That's huge.
It's vital intelligence. Found by one guy using what was available. It just shows crises often bring out ingenuity from unexpected places. Simple observation beats assumed invincibility. It totally changes the game.
While that's happening, Fusham, the nervous guy, is forced by Slayer, the Ice Warrior leader, to repair an emergency TMAT link.
Oh dear.
And Miss Kelly, still believing in TMAT, uses that link to beam herself and a repair crew up to the moon.
Right into their hands.
Immediately captured. Then Slayer forces Fusham to start transmitting these weird seed pods down to Earth.
The seeds of death.
Yeah, these round white spheres in moss. They send them to major cities: London, New York, Moscow, Tokyo, Berlin, Paris. all over.
And what do they do?
They land, they start to pulse with life, and then they explode, releasing this cloud of white smoke.
Okay, smoke sounds bad, but
It's devastating. The smoke is actually these incredibly fine seeds or spores. They cause immediate death by oxygen starvation.
oh my God.
And they create this vegetable blight, like a white foam, that covers everything, parks, gardens, and it reproduces and spreads incredibly fast.
This is killing people and changing the environment.
Exactly. And at the same time, an ice warrior team-mats into London. Bullets bounce off him. He heads straight for the Weather Control Bureau, killing guards along the way.
They thought of everything, taking out weather control.
Right. This isn't just invasion, it's biological warfare on a planetary scale. They're literally terraforming Earth into a new Mars, making it unlivable for us, perfect for them.
That's profoundly chilling. An enemy that doesn't just conquer, but re-engineers the whole planet,
Yeah.
those tiny seeds. Terrifying potential.
So things look incredibly bleak. But then comes the scientific breakthrough. The doctor, back on Earth in Eldred's lab, gets a sample of this white foam.
And starts analyzing it.
Yeah. Quickly figures out its fungoid composition and its molecular structure. It's got a molecule of 5 atoms, which absorbs oxygen.
Absorbs oxygen. Okay, that explains the death.
He does the maths with Eldred, and the implication is horrifying. A complete blanket of this stuff could reduce the oxygen content of the Earth's atmosphere quite drastically, down to 1/20th normal,
Making it?
uninhabitable for the human race, and exactly like the atmosphere of Mars.
Wow. The full picture. So how do they stop it?
This is the brilliant part. The doctor's desperate testing chemicals against a growing seed pod in the lab, and the solution. It's astonishingly simple.
What is it?
Water. Ordinary water.
Water. Just water.
Just water. That's the aha moment, isn't it? This huge threat, this complex biological weapon changing the whole atmosphere, neutralized by the most basic thing on Earth.
It's incredible. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Complex problems don't always need complex answers. Sometimes we overthink things.
Definitely.
And it highlights the Martians' big weakness. Their strength being adapted to cold, dry Mars becomes their fatal flaw when faced with Earth's wet climate.
So water is the cure. But how do they deliver it? The doctor tries to call Radner, the Weather Bureau. The comms are down. TMAT failure, Ice Warrior sabotage.
Of course.
But they know the Ice Warrior in London was heading for the Weather Bureau. So Jamie and Zoe go there.
Straight into the lion's den.
They find the place infiltrated, technicians dead, and they discover the Ice Warrior specifically smashed the central weather console, especially the rain circuit.
To stop the cure. Clever.
Yeah,
And nasty.
totally. So what do? Jamie, in a moment of sheer bravery, or maybe madness,
Throwing Jamie?
just yelling Gaelic insults at the Ice Warrior to distract it.
Huh. That sounds like him.
It gives Zoe just enough time. With her amazing memory, she repairs the console and hits the switch to make it rain.
Brilliant teamwork under pressure. While that's happening back on the Moonbase, there's this really quite moving moment.
What's going on there?
Slayer gets a message from the Martian Grand Marshal.
Yeah.
The main invasion fleet is approaching the moon. Fusham overhears this.
The nervous guy.
Yeah. And he finally understands the whole terrifying plan they're guiding the entire fleet in. And in this incredible act of, redemption,
What does he do?
he deliberately boosts Slayer's homing signal, amplifies it so it can be heard on Earth, giving Radner and Kelly crucial intel.
He warns Earth, knowing what will happen.
Knowing exactly, he proudly tells Slayer what he's done, and then an Ice Warrior shoots him dead.
Wow. From terrified technician to planetary hero?
It's a powerful arc. A guy driven by fear finds the courage to sacrifice himself. Makes you think, doesn't it? What pushes people to that kind of bravery against impossible odds?
Definitely. So Fusham's sacrifice wasn't in vain. Radner, Kelly, Eldred on Earth get the signal. They know the fleet's coming.
And the doctor comes up with a plan.
A brilliant one. There's a new communication satellite just launched. The plan? Use it to transmit a fake homing signal. Lure the Martian fleet away.
Divert the whole invasion force. Clever.
Miss Kelly, showing her technical skill now, quickly adapts the equipment to perfectly mimic the Martian signal. Meanwhile, the doctor dashes back to the Weather Bureau. Remember the broken rain circuit?
Yeah, Jamie distracted the warrior.
He uses Jamie's dagger and some very creative wiring to fix it properly. Get the rain going everywhere.
This is fantastic. They're turning everything around, using scraps of information, old tech, new tech. A dying man's signal, a scientific discovery. Knitting it all together into this amazing counterattack. The satellite plan is pure asymmetric warfare. using the enemy's own system against them.
Right. Manipulating their navigation.
No,
Then the doctor, he T-mats back to the Moonbase, alone.
risky.
Very. He brings a portable solar energy device like the one Phipps used, but improved to take out Slayer's real homing beacon.
Ah, cutting off their backup.
He zaps a guard, disables the beacon, though Slayer doesn't realize it yet, and pretends to cooperate just to buy time.
Playing a dangerous game.
And then the climax. On Earth, they watch the radar. The Ice Warrior fleet appears, then suddenly dramatically changes course.
Following the fake signal?
They're all following the satellite signal, Eldred shouts. Up on the Moonbase, Slayer's screen shows the Grand Marshal panicking. Their whole fleet is being reverted into an orbit close to the sun.
Oh no.
They have insufficient fuel for maneuver. The fake signal has led the entire Martian invasion fleet to its doom, cooked by the sun.
What an end. Poetic justice, almost.
Slayer figures out the doctor's sabotage, orders him killed, but just then,
Jamie arrives.
Jamie T-mats in, creating a distraction. In the confusion, an Ice Warrior guard fires wildly and hits Slayer. Kills him.
Whoa! Friendly fire takes out the leader.
Then the doctor grabs the power connection from the now useless homing device and uses it to electrocute the last warrior.
Game over for the Martians.
And on Earth.
With the warriors gone and the fleet destroyed, the recovery starts immediately. Widespread rainfall washes away the fungus. TMAT, ironically, is back fully operational, relieving the shortages.
A total turnaround. Saved not by the infallible system, but by, well, human ingenuity, sacrifice, and teamwork. And maybe a little help from obsolete tech.
And water. Don't forget water.
Right. What a ride. From that supposedly perfect travel network to near-planetary extinction and back again, this dive into the seeds of death really hammers home how fast even our best systems can fail, can't they? Especially against something unexpected.
Oh, absolutely. It's a powerful illustration of just how fragile that over-reliance on one technology can be, and how vital it is to keep diverse skills and backups like Eldred's obsolete rockets or Phipps, just noticing the heat thing.
Yeah.
It reminds us that, complex systems often have these really simple but devastating vulnerabilities, blind spots we don't see until it's almost too late.
And the Ice Warriors, adapted for cold, trying to force Earth into their mold, but ultimately beaten by our planet's basic nature, water, heat, and by people figuring things out. That infallible TMAT system nearly doomed everyone.
Yeah.
Not just because it broke, but because it made everyone complacent, made them forget other ways, lose vigilance.
So here's something to think about, maybe for your own world. What are your TMATs? Those essential systems, those ways of thinking maybe, that seem perfect, that you rely on completely.
Yeah.
What might be the...
It's a heavy thought.
Maybe there's real wisdom in keeping a few obsolete backup plans handy. Or, listening to those eccentric experts who see things differently, just in case.